An outrageous day today. I'm going to talk about being outraged. I'm outraged. Dragon Ball's outraged. You're outraged. Welcome to the outrageous program today here on Wildcats Radio 1290. I'm Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for joining us as today I think I'm just going to be outraged and aggressive today, young David. I think I'm just going to yell and scream at everybody and just be outraged by life because that's what everybody seems to want to be right now.
Just today we're starting that?
No, I mean, am I usually outraged?
Not usually. I mean, there's at least one or two.
Today, there will be a day of outrage. You know what I'm talking about?
What's exactly got you all...
The fact that folks from Tempe think they're going to roll in here this weekend and win at High Corbett Field is enough to outrage me. That's not really why I'm outraged.
Well, it's part of it. There's nothing worse than when you have multiple things that get you angry that leads to you being outraged.
No, I think people just want to be angry right now, and I don't know why. Did you see the story? We're going to talk about this in the program today. Mike Tyson just beating the tar out of some guy on the airplane.
Yeah, that was...
I'm going to have fun with that one today, folks.
Needless to say, that was almost like getting a free screening of the scene that he had in Ip Man.
In what?
Oh, he was in one of the Ip Man movies. Okay, no, that's
you're down to now.
No.
You're down to. You started at 100. You're now down to 85%.
Okay, have you never seen Ip Man?
IT or IP?
IP, Ip Man.
Ip Man. I've never heard of Ip Man.
Okay,
stop.
It is.
Stop. I dare anybody to call up who's listening to this radio show today and have Dragon Balls back on that they've ever heard of Ip Man, IP Man.
Ip Man.
Ip Man. Is it on regular television?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's a movie.
Nobody watches Netflix anyway. They just lost like 200,000 people.
And they're going to bring in commercials now, apparently.
You know why, don't you?
Live streaming is no longer affordable?
No, because our live stream is so good, we've actually taken down Netflix and CNN Plus, who just said we quit. We cannot compete with Rich Herrera's live stream of this radio show. They just waved the white flag and said we quit. We'll scrap the whole thing. Just boop, gone. If anybody has heard of Ip Man, I will take your explanation as opposed to Dragon Balls. If anybody's heard of it, I will apologize to Dragon Ball, and I will raise his score level on this program. All right. Somebody knows what Ip Man is. We'll go to the phones immediately and talk to Alfonso. I do like Alfonso, so I'm happy to hear from him. Dragon Ball, I'm still 50-50 on. Alfonso, bear down, welcome. You're on Wildcats Radio 1290. Tell me what Ip Man is.
Hey, Rich, bear down. Hey, Ip Man is actually a series based on a historical character. He's the one that mentored and helped teach Bruce Lee. We all love Bruce Lee, and this goes back on like the fundamentals of martial arts, but it's just an awesome story. It tells about different times in his life going against Japanese imperialists and then coming to America. It is, I have to admit.
Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Wait a minute, Alfonso, did you call it a movie, Dragon Ball?
Yeah, it's a movie.
No, it says it's a series on Netflix. That's different. Alfonso, am I right?
Yes, it was a movie that later came on Netflix, but it's pretty awesome. I think you're going to have a lot of callers say, oh, yeah, it's that movie.
It's that one. Because if you just say, when he said Ip Man, I'm like, oh, are you going to talk about more Taiwanese, Japanese puppetry that he loves, that he watches on some dark web site that I can't even get through my VPN? But now I know what you're talking about. So this is the one where they went through and they chronicled Bruce Lee's life, how he learned, what it was like when he came over to the States, what he faced, and then how he made his way through Hollywood. That's it, right?
Well, not the first movie. Not the first movie. I think it's the second and third that has Bruce Lee.
All right, you know what? Alfonso, you saved his bacon.
Okay, Rich. Hey, thanks for having me on, and bear down.
Bear down. Thanks,
care,
man.
Rich.
All right. One person knew what it was. So Dragon Ball, I apologize, Dragon Ball. You're now back up to your 95% approval rating, which started the beginning of this radio show. So I apologized. I was saying, if you haven't seen the video yet, it's all over the internet. I'm sure everybody's seen it on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all the rest. Mike Tyson just pummeled some dude. I originally thought, I'm like, oh, there's Mike Tyson being Mike Tyson. Nah, guy was a jerk who kept bugging him, and Tyson finally had enough. Everybody's outraged today, so I'm going to talk about that on the program. Also, it's Beer Day. Beer Time with Amber's coming up, brought to you by Modelo Cantarito. So later in the program, we're going to give you an opportunity to win a $25 gift card to enjoy Modelo Cantarito coming up today on the program. Michael Lev from the Arizona Daily Star will stop by the show. We'll talk to him about the Arizona State baseball series. And then we haven't caught up with Ryan Hansen, get his reaction to Ben Matherin and Christian Coloco making their way to the NBA, and we're still waiting to see what DT is going to do. So all of that's coming up on the program. But I do want to talk a lot about the Tyson story. And then there's a story in baseball that I want to get to today on the program as well. But I do want to take telephone calls. So Jerry, line 2, welcome. Bear down. You're on Wildcats Radio 1290. How are you?
How you doing, Rich?
I'm good. Tell me, Ip Man.
So Ip Man, it's spelled really Y-I-P, but he's a Wing Chun Kung Fu master. Well, he's dead. He's deceased now. And like I was telling Dragon Ball, the stories that there were movies made. There, I think there's 4, and they're historically they're pretty close, but they've embellished a little bit of stuff. Like obviously, Ip Man never fought Mike Tyson. And I think the third one, the trilogy, they end up fighting this big fight scene. And Mike and him kind of break, they don't show it losing. They don't show Mike losing. It's one of those things.
Oh, so is it kind of a fantasy if Bruce Lee had fought Mike Tyson?
No, so Ip Man is, I studied Wing Chun Kung Fu here in Tucson under a guy by the name of Augustine Fong.
Okay.
And Ip Man taught him directly. As a matter of fact, Shifu Fong was at the same school at the same time when Bruce Lee was there. So he came to and so Ip Man is a real guy that taught, hundreds of students in his day, and they made movies about him. And like I say, I'm trying to think of somebody famous that they like, maybe even like Wild Bill Hickok. They made movies about him. But
gotcha. Okay.
The movies weren't as they were embellished a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, all those were.
It is a historical figure.
Is it okay? As someone who's never studied martial arts, would it be worth me watching?
Very much so, especially the first one and the second one. Like I say, they got a little fantasized there with Mike Tyson in there, and then they're going to have a fourth one that's going to have a little bit more about Bruce Lee, which I'm kind of interested in seeing that.
Okay, so now Jerry,
the first one you should watch.
All right,
sure.
So Jerry, now I want you to know, if everybody's watching on our stream, Dragon Ball is giving you 2 thumbs up. I've never seen him as happy as I do as he is right now, because he's got one over on me. It doesn't happen very often, but kudos to Dragon Ball, because I've never even heard of it. Man, but maybe now it's something I need to watch on Netflix before they find out that I'm using my brother's password.
You got to watch it, and major love to the late Ip Man. Thank you.
Love it. Thanks, Jerry. Bear down. Talk to you later.
Major love to.
All right, take care. All right, so Dragon Ball, you were right and I was wrong. You're really good looking. I'm not. You're really bright. I'm rather dim-witted. Now, are you happy?
So we just got done. Jerry mentioned that there's a little bit of embellishment in some of the movies. That right there, you saying you're good looking, I'm not, that's embellishment.
No, that's how we apologize to my family.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever seen Happy Gilmore?
Okay, yes. Okay,
when he apologizes to Chubbs?
When he's like, you're good looking, I'm not. Yeah,
right.
Okay. No,
you're really bright, I'm rather dim-witted. You're good looking, I'm not. When my wife messes up, or I mess up, and we actually have to apologize to each other. We don't argue that often. But that's how we apologize. So if I do something like, if I did something really egregiously wrong, or I was completely out in left field about something, whether it's with my wife or my son, that's how the Herrera family apologizes. You're right. I'm wrong. You're really bright. I'm rather dim-witted. You're good-looking. I'm not.
Well, I appreciate it.
So you got the
Rich.
official Herrera family apology.
I appreciate it.
Now we'll see if you can stay at your 95%.
I'm gonna work my way towards it here. Yeah.
Well, you're at 95% approval rating on the program today.
I got two folks to call in to say that Ip Man's a good series, and it is. If anyone is listening that has not seen Ip Man yet, please do. Donnie Yen is a fantastic actor.
See, again, here's where you just take it and go too far. When we
right,
you got your 95%.
Oh yeah, no, but that's also just me trying to implore people that if they haven't seen it, they need to go check that out.
Are you a producer? Do you get a cut of it?
No. I'm a very, very big fan of what I would describe as very well done kung fu movies. I think the good choreography and things like that or something.
You're down to 90%.
Nah.
Good
kung fu movies are very, very hard to come by today.
Folks, do I follow along with him or do I stick to the program?
Yeah, probably stick to the program for right now.
Good idea. Coming up, we're going to give you a chance to win a $25 gift card. Amber from Finley Distributing is going to stop by. Today's program brought to you by Modelo Cantarito. I took some of those home. Pretty good. Had them over the weekend. We'll do that for you coming up on the program. Like I said, Michael Lev's going to join us here on the program. I want to talk about that Mike Tyson video coming up here in just a bit. And then that baseball player who just trucked somebody was really that's worth going on Facebook just to see today. Today's program brought to you in part by Trajan Wealth. You can reach Trajan Wealth 321-4100, 321-4100, or you go to TrajanWealth.com, TRAJAN Wealth.com. Here's the deal. Doesn't matter how much money you make. You could be Mike Tyson, and all of a sudden you punch somebody, all your money's gone. You could be you and win the lottery, and if you don't watch it, it'll be gone. You need to have somebody watching your back, somebody helping you manage your money. If you don't have a relationship right now with somebody that helps you figure out what's going on with the markets, what's going on with interest rates, you really do. And if you have somebody that is just always saying to you, hey, listen, I got this great product over here. I got this. No. You need someone who's going to listen to you first and foremost. And that's what they do at Trajan Wealth. They're right here in Tucson. You're not going to call an 800 number and talk to somebody in Pigs Knuckle, Arkansas. Nope, somebody right here in Tucson that is dedicated to help reaching your financial goals. They're fiduciaries. That's what they do. So call them today, 321-4100, 321-4100, or go to TrajanWealth.com, TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Coming up, we're going to talk to you about our sponsor today, Modelo Cantarito. That's next here on 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Coloco. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Coloco, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Coloco. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. Into the backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry. Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellis, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness. Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball. Down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko, feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline, circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot, 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away, good!
That's
We're tied.
Huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep, down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back.
We continue with you. It's Wildcats Radio 1290. I am your host, the aforementioned Rich Herrera. Don't forget you can find us on the stream. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and WildcatsRadio1290.com. It's a special day. Why? Because we're giving stuff away for just hanging out with us because our friend Amber from Finley Distributing, we've been friends for a long time. And it's not just because you work for Finley. Okay, well, it's a lot because you work for Finley and you're responsible for all the fun in Tucson.
Stop. I'm not responsible for all the fun in Tucson.
Okay, like...
some of the fun. I like to have fun.
73.8% of the fun comes from you and the folks at Finley. Hey, today, our program is brought to you by, and you're going to have to help me with this because you understand how bad my Spanish is, Modelo Cantarito style cerveza.
See, you got it. I think you said it better than I do.
Cantarito. Let's say it together.
Okay.
Cantarito style cerveza.
There you
From
go.
my friends at Modelo. Okay, I got it. I wrote it out.
Now you want to know what it is,
yes,
right?
it helped me out a little bit.
I will help you out. So, and some of this is what I've been told. There is a cocktail in Mexico called the Cantarito.
Cantarito. Say it again.
Cantarito.
Can you see?
I'm learning that.
No,
Normally,
but every time you say it, you smile.
do I get? Well, that's because I feel funny rolling the R because I'm white. If I normally say Cantarito,
No, just
that's what it looks like.
It's a fun word,
right? Cantarito.
Modelo Cantarito style cerveza. I sound like Vicente Fernandez.
There you go.
Modelo Cantarilla style cerveza. If I keep saying this, I might get a job at a novella.
Maybe, but that will be the only 2 words you can say.
Yes.
In Spanish.
Yes. Oh, what is that guy doing? Oh, he's enjoying a Modelo Cantarito style cerveza. All right. So what is Cantarito?
Right. So
It's from Jalisco, right?
This
Jalisco.
I don't know. I feel like you made that one up. You're just adding things on now.
Yeah,
Other
I'm
Spanish
trying to
words that you know.
Cantarito.
No.
Modelo Cantarito style cerveza.
So a Cantarito is a Mexican cocktail with tequila,
Yes.
a variety of citrus,
Yes.
and grapefruit soda.
Yes.
So the Cantarito style cerveza from Modelo is a light lager beer
Okay.
with some citrus, some orange, and some lemon.
I got that because I
And-
usually put some citrus in my Mexican style beer, right?
Yep. And grapefruit.
So it's kind of light, refreshing, citrusy.
Very light and refreshing. Goes down. The first time I tried it, the can was empty before I knew what had happened. It's like, what? But let me tell you the good part. The good part is the whole can was only 100 calories.
Oh, so my wife will like this, right?
Absolutely.
Come on, let's say it one more time.
Cantarito style
Modelo
cerveza.
Cantarito style cerveza.
And so it's brand new. It's so new that we're actually a test market.
No.
So
we're beta testing.
We are beta testing. So it's really important that people try it.
And say how much we love it. Now
I happen to really enjoy it.
Yeah,
Again.
she had her first one, and she goes, "Yes, please."
That's it?
Hello.
Can I please?
Hi, I don't understand why this isn't everywhere.
Please, sir,
So
may I
this is
have
kind of
another?
cool. Like, if I wanted to tell people in other places, like, "Hey, have you tried Modelo Cantarito style cerveza?" They'll go, "I've never heard of that before." Yeah, that's right, because you don't live in Tucson.
Right.
You can't have it. Only I can.
It's brand new, and we're special.
Well, yeah. Hello. You brought me some. That's about as special as you can get. Where's it available?
Everywhere. So I'm gonna
In Tucson?
In
Southern
Tucson.
Arizona? Okay.
Technically in Arizona.
Okay.
But if you do that ModeloUSA.com product
The one you told me
locator,
about last week?
the one I told you about before.
Okay.
You can usually find it that way too.
If I drink it all, can they not have it in Tempe?
I don't know.
So if we like
If you drink it all,
if we drink it all, if we corner the market,
I feel like you're unnecessarily prosecuting the people in Tempe.
all right. I guess this is so good we have to share with them too.
You do want to share. Well, it's great poolside grilling.
How about we just don't tell them about that,
golfing?
and then when I roll up there wearing red and blue, and I see some bartender wearing rust and mustard, I go, Modelo Cantarito style cerveza, and they won't even know what it is. I'm like, well, let me teach you something, because obviously we in Tucson are so much
Yes.
smarter.
You can do that. I won't take that away from you.
You've been out with me before.
I
You
have.
know there's times where I've actually liquidated the shelves of a certain product
That is-
before, and you've seen me in my prime. Right?
Yes.
I have a feeling this is good pool beer then, right?
It's great pool beer. You want to have a backyard barbecue, especially it gets so flippin' hot around here.
Golf beer?
Golf beer for sure because
I was thinking golf beer.
It's a lighter ABV too. It's only 3.5%.
Oh.
So
So this is going to be great when I'm out in the sun.
absolutely.
I could see the beverage cart attendant coming out going, "Hi, welcome to our golf course. Would you like to try Modelo Cantarito style cerveza with this grapefruit and citrus taste from our friends at Modelo?" And you go, "Yes." And then all of a sudden you hit a hole in one.
Yeah. I am not guaranteeing a hole in one.
Okay, how about you just enjoy can you guarantee you'll enjoy it on the golf
I
course?
can guarantee you can enjoy it on the golf course.
But not the hole in one.
100%. The hole in one, I'm sorry. I am not in control of that.
Darn. All right, see, that's why, okay, I'm marking you
I'd be
down.
way more popular if I could control that.
I'm marking you down. You're now only responsible for 72.3% of the fun in Tucson because you can't guarantee hole-in-ones.
Correct. That is correct.
All right, but you can guarantee a little bit later in the program, we're going to give away a $25 gift card to enjoy. And you have to say it one more time with the accent.
All right, the Modelo Cantarita style cerveza.
I give you an A+ on that, but again, I learned my Spanish from Francisco Romero, the radio voice in Espanol.
I'll have to ask some of the guys I work with when I'll have to tell them to listen and
Modelo Cantarito style cerveza. I think you have to say it like that.
You do.
With like that throaty sound. Modelo Cantarito style cerveza.
I like it.
Available throughout Tucson. But for a limited time only, or
hopefully not. No.
So we have to support this so we can keep it.
We have to support it.
I don't listen, folks. It's your responsibility. It's hot. It's summer. We need something refreshing during the summer. It's your responsibility right now. This is a trial test run in Tucson. Do not let us down. You need to try Modelo Cantarito style cerveza. A little bit later, $25 gift card, courtesy of our friends at Modelo. Amber, thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll continue with It's Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Coloco. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Coloco, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Coloco. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Coloco. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down. That was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're tied.
A huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end.
Yes, that's right. We're everywhere. YouTube, Facebook Live, Wildcats Radio 1290.com. Our website looks pretty good, but I'll tell you the website that really looks good right now is Tucson.com. Complete redo of the Arizona Daily Star's website, and everything is just right there for you to see. In fact, Ryan's going to come on with the sports editor from the Arizona Daily Star next week. And he's going to break down the whole website and what it looks like and how to navigate it. That's going to be fun. So right now, we're going to run out to our guest hotline. Joining us right now, beat writer extraordinaire, covers football, covers baseball, just about everything else for Tucson.com. Michael Lev joining us here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Michael Lev, how are you?
I'm doing fine, Rich. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. All right, I know where you're going to be this weekend. Going to be busy with Arizona State coming to town, and Michael, Sports Talk Radio, there's always hyperbole, right? We always just kind of try to make things bigger than they really are. So I'm going to ask actually a real journalist to help me. How big is this series for the Arizona Wildcats taking on ASU this weekend at High Corbett?
I think it's huge. I don't think you can really overstate how significant of a series it is, and I'll tell you a couple reasons why. Number one, of course, it's ASU, right? It's the biggest rivalry. It's the game that means the most to the fans, means the most to the players. I was taken aback, a little bit surprised. I probably shouldn't have been at the reaction after Arizona lost to ASU in a non-conference midweek game a couple weeks ago. People were mad. They were really upset about it. And I should have realized that, the passion for this rivalry is 24/7, 365. It never really, the spigot is never turned off. So that's one reason. And then the other thing is that, Arizona, as well as they played overall this season, they've lost their last 2 Pac-12 series, including, a home loss against Washington State that really tanked their RPI. So, they kind of righted the ship a little bit earlier in the week by winning a couple of games at Creighton. Now it's time for them to continue that, get back on the winning track within the Pac-12, and stay on the pace that Chip Hale wants them to stay on, which is basically, winning 2 out of 3 on average within the conference. He feels like if they do that, they'll be in really good shape at the end of the season.
Is that unique to Chip? Was that something that Jay talked about last year, or was Jay looking for sweeps and win each and every game?
Jay was very much, win every game, whether it was a conference game or a non-conference game. But, if you look at the records over the years, whether it's Jay or his predecessors, I mean, it's hard to go 20-10 in the Pac-12. I mean, last year they won the Pac-12 regular season title at 21-9. But in Jay's previous seasons, and every team was good, 15-14, 14-16, 16-14, 16-14, the year that they were the national runners-up. I mean, this is a very tough conference. There's a lot of depth. There's a lot of parity. Chip also advocates the idea that every game is its own entity, but as sort of an overarching goal in conference play, it's like win the series. Just stack up series wins, you'll be in good shape at the end.
Joe Madden always says, "Let's meatloaf them. 2 out of 3 ain't bad." That's kind of the mantra in professional baseball because it's 162 games, a lot longer of a season. We're not going to grind down and win every game, but we'll take 2 out of 3 and be very, very happy with it.
Yeah, for sure. And I know it's different. The season's about a third of an MLB season, 56 games. I think that's been a bit of an adjustment for Chip. Like, I remember him saying stuff early on, like, a lot of our guys aren't pitching that often. We'd like to get them out there more. I think he just wasn't used to the idea that they've only got, 3 or 4 games a week versus 6 or 7. But as college seasons go, it's still a big, long grind. There are going to be ups and downs over the course of the year. There are going to be, times when you're on your game and the opponent isn't. Arizona was able to sweep at Washington this year for the first time ever, I believe. And then, the following weekend they come home and it was kind of a letdown. They didn't play their best. And like I said, they dropped 2 of 3 against a Washington State team that was last or near the bottom in just about every category in the Pac-12. Their RPI hasn't recovered really since then, and it's going to be hard to get back into that top 16 territory that you want to be in. But, I would say that if they can win 2 out of 3 this weekend, that it'll be considered a success, especially since they're coming into it with a few injury concerns in the pitching staff.
When they scuffled these last series before these Creighton games, what was clicking for them and then what didn't click for them against Washington State?
Yeah, I think it's 2 different sets of circumstances, although some common themes. Washington State, starting pitching wasn't great, but it was good enough to win. They had some defensive breakdowns, especially in the middle game of that series. They played really good defense since then. Against Utah, it was a couple things. Number one, the starting pitching was not sharp, and Chip Hale told us today that both TJ Nichols and Garrett Irvin, their top 2 starters, were dealing with some arm soreness. So maybe that explains it to some degree. He does expect both of them to be available this weekend. The other issue against the Utes was that in most, clutch situations, runners on base, runners in scoring position, runner on third, less than 2 outs, Utah was great in those situations, and Arizona wasn't very good. So, when you add all of those things up, that's how you end up with a series loss.
Michael Lev joining us right now. Beat writer, covers football and baseball for the Arizona Daily Star as Arizona welcomes Arizona State in this weekend. What's Arizona State have on the line this weekend?
Yeah, they kind of got off to a slow start this season, dealing with some injury issues. They've turned things around to a degree, though, and they're above 500 in the conference. I mean, it's going to be hard for them to make the NCAA tournament based on their regular season resume. They're 19-19 overall. There is an actual tournament this year, which gives a team like Arizona State a chance, to run, to win that tournament and get an automatic bid. So that's kind of where they stand in terms of their record. They are a very good hitting team, among the best offensive teams in the conference. They're kind of right there with Arizona. I'd say, slightly behind Oregon and Oregon State, which have been leading the charge in that regard. They've struggled on the mound, though. Arizona State is last in the Pac-12 in ERA. Their ERA in conference games, and I had to do a double take when I saw this, Rich. Their ERA in conference games is 8.18.
Wow.
The next lowest is, the next lowest is 6.58. So they've had some issues of their own on the mound. So given that, and given the fact that some of Arizona's top arms might not be 100%, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw some high-scoring games this weekend at High Corbett.
Michael Lev joining us right now on Wildcats Radio 1290. I think it's also going to be interesting, the whole backstory of two former big leaguers going against each other at the college level. And the more people I talk in professional baseball, this is a trend that you're going to see more people that have played big league baseball, coached in the major leagues or professional baseball, taking a look at the options of going into college baseball. We saw Chip do it. We've seen Willie Bloomquist do it, Eric Wedge, Jose Cruz Jr. And what I'm getting feedback from people is, you know what? The more people are going to look at if there's opportunities to come coach in the Pac-12 or one of these other Power 5 conferences, it's an appealing job that has a big upside for some people.
Oh, absolutely. Chip, as considered this his dream job. The stars aligned for him to, pursue and accept the job. He was an assistant coach in MLB at the time that it came open. The last time it came open, back in the summer of 2015, he was managing the Diamondbacks. It wasn't like he was going to leave a major league managerial position to come coach at Arizona, but this time it worked out, and he is embracing what college baseball is all about. It's been an adjustment for him, to be sure, to have the shorter season, like I talked about, and also to be involved in recruiting. But he has been a kind of player development guy for much of his professional career. He's used to dealing with young players, so in that sense, it was pretty natural. Willie Bloomquist was a star player at ASU, just like Chip was at Arizona. Willie is about 10 years younger, maybe 12 years younger. Played at ASU in the late 90s. He was the 1999 Pac-10 Player of the Year, went on to play, for 14 seasons in the majors. He worked for the Diamondbacks. Just sort of felt like a natural fit for him to come back, and I'm sure it's been an adjustment for him too. Things are, college baseball is a little different from the majors in a lot of ways. I'll be interested to see how they play, how they go about managing pitchers, some of the decisions that Willie will make on offense. Since Chip got here to Arizona, very few sacrifice bunts.
Right.
Not a ton of stolen bases. It's been more of an MLB style of play, and as you said, as more of these, guys who come from the majors maybe decide to come back and coach at their colleges, it'll be interesting to see if the sport kind of evolves in that direction as well.
And if you ever pay attention to the sabermetricians that run Major League Baseball, there's 27 outs, treated like a Fabergé egg. Don't give it up because you only have 27 of it, and it's the most perishable commodity that anybody could ever have in the game of baseball, and that's why that sacrifice bunt, old-timers would call me up and go, how come they don't bunt? Because they don't want to give up an out because there's only 27 of them. Let me ask you this. With the Pac-12 tournament on the horizon, has that changed anything as far as the intensity or the urgency of teams in college baseball this year, I should say in the Pac-12, because they know that there's that tournament that's out there as well?
I think the biggest change is that the regular season is 1 week shorter. So as a result, you're just kind of having to cram in more midweek games to get up to 56. And that, puts a strain on pitching staffs.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, Arizona's having some guys, dealing with some arm soreness. They went full on bullpen in both games against Creighton. In the past, maybe you'd be able to go a whole week without having a midweek game, and Arizona is finally going to get to that point coming up here in May. After the Grand Canyon game on May 3rd, they don't have any more midweek games, but it's taken a while to reach that point in the season, and it just feels like they've played a lot of baseball. So that to me is the biggest adjustment, and what'll be fascinating to watch unfold when we get to the Pac-12 tournament is how the teams treat it. Some of them will know that they're in the NCAA tournament no matter what, and they probably won't put a lot of strain on their pitchers. They might not go all out to win, and then there might be others who are either on the bubble or on the outside looking in who will go all out trying to win that tournament and steal a bid from another conference.
So there you go. Another thing for Major League Baseball. We have midweek games. The opener, we're going to go with just a straight bullpen game for some of these Tuesday and Wednesday contests. So help me out. In fact, it's funny, Michael, JT Snow came on the program with us last night, and he was talking about watching Arizona, making sure they stay in the top 20, and he keeps track. And then all the he said the Arizona baseball alum, they talk all the time about how well the team's doing, and they talk about Chip, and they're happy that he's running the program. But I was wondering, now that they've fallen and their RPI is taking a little bit of a beating, what do they have to do to try to get a regional here in Tucson, or are we kind of out of it as far as the city being able to have postseason baseball here in town?
I don't think they're out of it. They need to go on a run, though. They basically need to take care of business. I don't know all of the inner workings of RPI, but I do know that they gained a lot from winning road games against a pretty good Creighton team. They went up from 47 to 31. And they've got great opportunities at the end of the season facing Oregon State at home and then a 3-game series at Oregon to close it out. So Oregon is currently number 3 in RPI, and Oregon State is number 6. So, let's say you're able to win those 2 series and more or less, hold serve between now and then, they could definitely make a push to get back into that top 16. There's also the Pac-12 tournament, and you never know what's going to happen in that. I think that the large part of the reason that they decided to have that tournament just to create more exposure for the league, more eyeballs, more attention for the selection committee, and that could give any number of teams within the conference a little bit of a bump.
Can we sneak in one football question before we let you go?
Absolutely, yeah.
What was your takeaway from what you saw in the spring? I didn't get to as many because they started the practice a little bit early. So by the time we got done with the radio show, everybody was done. When I started pulling up, what did you see? What stuck out the most for you in spring football?
Yeah, I would say that it was just the overall level of talent and competition at certain positions was elevated over the previous spring. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, defensive back. I mean, the battles between the receivers and the secondary were super fun to watch. They were highly competitive, highly skilled athletes. I thought the spring overall was just a smoother operation than last year. Even though they did incorporate about 20 newcomers, it wasn't new for everybody. There were just a lot of growing pains last year, and it was kind of ugly at times to watch spring ball in 2021. They looked like a much improved team this spring. It's always hard to tell exactly how much because you're going against yourself. We'll find out come fall, but I came away from it feeling encouraged that things are at least headed in the right direction.
Quarterback-wise, pecking order. Delora, 1. Who would you have at 2, 3, and how would you come down from there? If I'm correct with Jaden looks like the number 1 quarterback as we get done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jaden Delora will be the starting quarterback, barring something unforeseen like an injury. He was brought in to fulfill that purpose, and he's done nothing to dissuade them that he's the guy for the job. Number 2 is interesting. I think it'll probably end up being Jordan McLeod, who's, he's experienced. He knows the system now. He's healthy after that injury last year. But I was really impressed with freshman Noah Fafita throughout spring. I thought he was he was the best looking quarterback out there. Just take the name off the back of the jersey and just look at the production. I thought he was the best guy. I'm not privy to the coach's grades or the coach's films. It's just my observations from the sideline. He looked great, and it wouldn't surprise me if he pushed his way up into that number 2 role by the middle of the season.
So from what I heard from folks, he did look a lot more polished. And again, remember, he should be going to the senior prom right now at Servite High School in Anaheim. And that, maybe the first couple practices he looked a little unsure, but every single practice it just looked like he got more comfortable and the team got more comfortable with him. And you saw that leadership that he showed last year in battling through that Trinity League.
Yeah, he's got a great arm. Number 1, best arm, I think, easily among the quarterbacks that they have. He seems to be fearless. There was not one single time where he looked hesitant or unsure of himself. He's smart, savvy, got a lot of moxie for a young kid. Like, handful of times, no one was open, ran out of the pocket, and he threw the ball away. And in certain situations, that's a good solid play. Move on to the next down. Don't run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage, or don't throw the ball into harm's way. I mean, the only knock against Noah is that he's 5'9".
Right.
And it's not the ideal height that you want for a quarterback. But when I watched him, it seemed like he knows how to change his arm angle to get the ball where it needs to go. Sometimes, pass to the flat, he'll go sidearm to get it around a guy, knowing that he can't throw it over him. So, he's been this height probably for the bulk of his football career. He knows how to deal with it. There have been plenty of examples of similarly sized quarterbacks who've excelled in college, and he certainly seems to be tracking in that direction.
That's interesting. I'm not sure if you know Steve Quiss, who works over at Spectrum Sports in L.A., and he did most of the Trinity League games. He's an Arizona alum. But he points that out, that he has that little knack, and he just knows how to win, and he'll move around, and he'll go Patrick Mahomes and change the arm angle and all the rest, and he just wills the football down the field. And then people look and they go, well, how can somebody that little do it? I don't care what it is. You stick it in front of him. He continues to amaze everybody.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it too is just like, how calm are you amid the chaos that is around you? How is your natural spatial recognition, your ability to anticipate receivers coming open? If you can do that, you can get the ball out a tick sooner, and you don't give the defensive line time to get their arms up and knock the ball down. Every time I watched him, Rich, I would say to people who are near me, I'm like, if this guy never played shortstop in baseball, it's a crime, because people would say about Patrick Mahomes, like the way he kind of maneuver his body or change his arm angle, like he looked like a shortstop a lot. And when I watched Noah, I was like, this guy throws, like a good shortstop.
Yeah.
Does. He'll throw sidearm, he'll throw over the top. Maybe he'll even make a leaping throw from the hole, quote unquote, if he needs to. So I don't think that the height issue is going to be an issue. It's going to be a deterrent for him at all as his U of A career goes on here.
Michael Lev joining us from the Arizona Daily Star. By the way, I love the new website. I love the layout. I think it looks sharp. In fact, Ryan's going to join us next week to discuss and help everybody navigate it. What's been the reaction for folks that you've talked to?
I haven't heard any negative feedback on it. Usually when you do these things, that's kind of all you ever hear.
Right.
Is the bad
Nobody
stuff.
likes change.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. No, it looks great. It looks sharp. And
yeah, definitely. It does. Yeah, I kind of like the dark background. The headlines are a little bit bolder. It's very easy to navigate. I haven't looked at it on mobile, and I'm sure a lot of people look at our stuff through their mobile devices. But again, no negative feedback, so that's probably a good thing.
Hey, I subscribe to the top 5 every morning. I get an email that's there as I wake up every morning with the top 5 stories from the paper, and then I've got the Wildcaster app, so I read it all the time online. I think it looks great, and a good job by you guys over there.
Well, hey, I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, no, I'm giving you all the credit in the world. I'm saying Michael Lev could personally design this whole thing because not only does he cover football, baseball, and he could do back-end programming and write code.
I do write most of my own headlines, which is, I think, something of a modern change within the journalism industry. Back in the old days, it was always like, I don't write the headlines, but in the online world, I do. So you can at least give me some credit for that if you like one of the headlines on my stories.
Now, see, that would be a fun job, I think, to be a headline writer, or would it not be? Like, I have a friend of mine who just retired from the St. Petersburg Times, the Tampa Bay Times. Before that, he worked up in New York. I think he was at the Daily News. He was really good at writing headlines that would make you, this is before clickbait, that would make you buy the newspaper because the headlines were so salacious.
I used to be a copy editor back in the day, so I had a lot of practice. I used to run a blog when I covered USC for the Orange County Register. Had to write my own headlines, so got a lot of reps. And I, came to realize that it's really important. Sometimes people only read the headlines, or it's the headline that lures them in. So yeah, it can be fun. It can be challenging when you've got a lot to say and not a lot of space to say it in. And it can be really challenging when you're on a tight deadline situation and you're kind of frazzled and scrambling and you're trying to come up with something clever. But I don't know. It's just kind of part of my routine these days, and I just know how important it is in this world that we live in.
Absolutely. Michael Lev joining us from the Arizona Daily Star. Don't forget, check them out, Tucson.com. Their redesigned website up and running, really easy to navigate and find all the top stories of the day. Mr. Lev, I appreciate you coming on with us. We will catch up with you soon.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, take care. Michael Lev joining us here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Hey, program today is brought to you by PGA Tour Superstore. Don't forget PGA Tour Superstore. Shop with the pros at Tucson PGA Tour Superstore right on Oracle in Limberlost, right near the Tucson Mall. Home for golf pros and beginners like me. And again, if you're looking for golf shoes this week, they have the new MG4. These things are cool. I laughed at the bottom. Underneath it says, pray for birdies. These shoes are the hottest golf shoe that everybody in town is looking for. They have them full selection, different styles at PGA Tour Superstore. But that shouldn't surprise you because they have the widest selection of golf shoes, golf balls, equipment in southern Arizona. So if you're looking for Nike, Adidas, Echo, Puma, New Balance, Skechers, FootJoy, and the new MG4, they're all right there. If you're looking for golf gear from Black Clover, Travis Matthew, Nike, Under Armour, Puma, even Barstool Sports, they have them right there. Drivers from Ping, Callaway, TaylorMade, Cobra. And the best part is you can get your clubs, if you're looking for new clubs, custom fitted right there. And I love this part. They have previously owned golf equipment as well. So if somebody goes out and says, let me go get that weapon of mass destruction that I saw somebody on tour use, and maybe it was just a little too much club for them, and they brought it back, you could get that almost brand new club at a great price. All a PGA Tour Superstore right there on Oracle. And shall I remind you, the Theragun that I got over there took all the knots out of my shoulders and my lower back. It is amazing. And I've got an even better deal for you. Here's what you do. You go into PGA Tour Superstore, and when you go to check out, tell them you're a friend of Wildcats Radio 1290, and they will take $20 off a purchase of $100 or more, or $50 off a purchase of $250 or more. $20 off a purchase of $100, $50 off a purchase of $250. Now, restrictions do apply. Pink Titleist, FootJoy, not part of this promotion. Everything else in the store, giddy up, including that Theragun. $20 off a purchase of $100, $50 off a purchase of $250. Just mention Wildcats Radio 1290 or the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Totally hook you up. PGA Tour Superstore. Check them out this weekend for the biggest selection of golf equipment anywhere in southern Arizona. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness. Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball. Down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko, feed it to Terry right Corner, Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're tied.
Huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin.
Our thanks to Michael Lev for joining us here on the program. Beat writer extraordinary. You know, he's a really talented wordsmith. He'll be covering Arizona State coming up this weekend. Let's see. What do I have to tell you about today on the program? Dragon Ball. No show tomorrow, by the way. I got to go. I got to take care of some business out of town over the weekend with my brother and sister over in California. So no show on Friday, no show on Monday. I'll be back on Tuesday.
Back
tell
on
everybody
Tuesday.
that?
Yep. Yeah, you'll go.
Are you going to miss me?
I'll miss you. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that time to really kind of get some relaxation in, maybe try to plan out a couple of new things for when we get you back.
Wait a minute, the show's not relaxing on a daily basis? You don't sit here and go, wow, I'm so much fun to sit with Rich, because he never gets upset about anything.
I mean, depending on the day?
Of the week?
Of the hour on that day?
Depending on how my blood sugar is?
Depending on your blood sugar? I've
gotten better
It's
since
gotten better since your Theragun.
Yes. My wife told me that the other day. All right. You're up to 90% now.
Was I at 90%?
Don't.
No, I'm just asking. I remember it being at 95.
85.
Oh, come on.
Don't question me.
I can't ask for my grades?
No. Our teachers, hey, listen, just study. I'll figure it out later.
That's why everything got automated. Now you can just go onto whatever website the schools have, and then you can just check your grade from there.
Exactly. Hey, quick reminder, Sweet Deal went on sale this morning. I don't know if we're sold out or not, but I'm going to read this anyway. 8:30 a.m. They went on sale, wildcatsradio1290.com. You can get a $50 gift card for just $25 to Moby's, the classic diner, classic diner at Casino del Sol. You know where that is, where you first walk in?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you can get a $50 gift card for just $25. I think there's still a couple available left. Go to wildcatsradio1290.com.
Right. Weren't those supposed to go out on Friday?
Oh, no. Oh, I keep thinking today's Friday. All right, you're back up to 95.
I was going to say, I remember us selling these things on Friday, don't we?
Friday morning, 8:30 a.m. Oh. All right, hey, don't forget, coming up tomorrow, that was me rewinding. Don't forget, coming up on Friday, we've got a sweet deal for you from Moby's inside Casino del Sol. Now I'm going to read the whole darn thing. You can get a $50 gift card for just $25. Moby's, when it's time for all-American food and fun, it's time for Moby's. Their classic beach-themed diner serves up great food that harkens back to a simpler time and place before Dragon Ball came to work here. Let your appetite take a nostalgic stroll through a massive menu of classic burgers, breakfast, sandwiches, salads, desserts, and much, much more. Blue plate specials and frosty. Stop laughing at me in there. Blue plate specials and frosty shakes too. Always open. Moby's is the place to bring your appetite for the classics. Now, if you want to go in there and want to watch something really amazing, take Dragon Ball in there and watch him eat his lunch like a little kid that takes 4.5 hours for him to eat one meal.
I only do that when I can take the food home. It is not a consistent thing. When I am at a restaurant, I will at least eat that within the first half hour of me having the plate sit down in front of me.
Half hour?
Yes.
It takes you a half hour to what's they set a plate down in front of you? A half hour?
If I am with someone,
what are you eating? Chicken fingers shaped like dinosaurs?
No, but if I have company, I'm not going to be rude and just be quiet for 10 minutes, just shoving food in my mouth.
All right, let's go.
Eating with somebody is supposed to be a social event, is it not?
Sure.
Right.
Well, I inhale food.
Or you take just a couple seconds here and there, yeah.
Like my mom used to yell at me, Richard Steven, take human bites.
Some of us eat slow.
Richard Steven, cut that in half. You're not going to, don't you do it. Will you do something with him? That's what my mom used to say all the time. Human bites. Like what? I could jam this whole piece of meat in my mouth right now. I could do that. Human bites, Richard Steven. I miss her.
Mm-hmm.
What was I going to talk about before you started telling me about why you eat so slow? I went to dinner with somebody. I had a boss. Oh, can I tell this story?
I don't know. You got to be careful with this one.
No, it's not. He's not here.
Right.
It's not this job. But I had a boss once. We went to dinner with his family, right? My family, his family, and the kids. And we're sitting there talking like you, social, eating, drinking. He just wolfed his food down and got up. And like, I'm not even done with my plate. My wife's not done with his plate. His wife isn't done eating. His kids aren't done eating. Stood up because he was done, called for the check and said, come on, let's go. Awkward. Maybe that's why I don't work there anymore. I'm like, dude, I'm not even done yet. He goes, well, I'm done. I'm ready to go. Your wife's not done yet. Well, she can get it to go.
Wow, that's nice.
Awkward.
Yeah, no, that's a rough dinner service.
Yeah, not fun. All right. Did you see the story? Here's what I want to talk about. You're not a big YouTube watcher, are you?
I watch.
You watch stupid stuff.
I watch dumb stuff on YouTube, but I don't necessarily look for like here's what's happening. I'm not an Entertainment Tonight kind of person that's going to look up
saying about me.
Well, I don't look up the thing that's trending or anything like that.
No, I just see what's recommended, and now I'm getting stuck with all these the headlines. Speaking of the headlines for Michael F. Outraged. I look up and down my social media. Outraged. This person's outraged. That person's outraged. I think we've become addicted to outrage. Have you noticed everybody's outraged over something?
Everybody kind of has an addiction to this what can we be mad about today kind of mentality, and it's very tiring. I like to go ahead and be like, here's what's interesting. Here's what's been just announced. Here's what's been being released.
Or the one I hate, Australian girl reacts to the National Football League.
Right.
Oh, my God, look at what they're doing. Oh, my gosh, look at that. It's, oh, my gosh.
When people are being exposed to something they've never seen for the first time, yeah, that can be fun.
Fifth graders listening to Van Halen. Oh, whoa. Like, shut up.
Just telling 10-year-old kids that they can shut up now.
Yeah, shut up. I'm still mad at those third graders that have a higher rated YouTube channel show than we do.
I mean, to be fair, that is a very intensive ant farm that they've got going on.
It is. But, especially when the kids go by. Like, there's this one mean kid that goes by and shakes it.
Oh, you can't do that?
He does.
I've not seen that part.
Oh, a little fat kid does it? Oh, hate that kid. Am I allowed to say that?
I mean, as long as you don't say a name, I'm sure it's fine. But at the same time, it's like, but no, people do have this addiction to wanting to be mad about something.
Yes.
And having the next thing to rally against or rally with or whatever the case may be.
Okay, so I want to talk about this story. Mike Tyson beat the tar out of somebody. Just jumped up on an airplane and pummeled a dude. Have you seen this? Have you seen the video?
Since you mentioned it, I was able to see a couple little clips of it, and
He
will say
whooped this guy.
He gave him a bit of a beatdown.
I don't know how much of a beatdown was because the guy could talk. He didn't knock him out, didn't put him in the hospital.
That's what I was going to say. Full credit to Mike Tyson for the fact that he apparently was so frustrated, he felt he needed to, two-piece this guy.
Right.
But
all right, so
not to the point where he knocked him unconscious.
So if you haven't heard the story, I'm going to tell you about the story next. And I'm going to tell you right now, dude had it coming.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude had it coming. I'll explain why coming up next. I'm Rich Herrera. That is the Dragon Ball, who, if he's not careful, totally going to go Mike Tyson on you.
First Will Smith, and now this.
I know. This is it's a violent, outrageous show today. We'll continue with you. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellis, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, 3 have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down that was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're tied.
A huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down. Trying to find Berrios. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the...
All right, Rich Herrera's radio show continues here on Wildcats Radio 1290. All right, so here's the story. Mike Tyson, headline, Mike Tyson beats fellow airline passenger. I think that's a headline that most people were running with, right?
For the most part, it looks like that was the go-to.
What would you think happened?
I would figure the guy at least tried to pick a fight with Tyson and was fighting him back.
So somebody tried to pick a fight with Mike.
Right.
That you would think. Or Mike Tyson was out there out of control. Or Mike Tyson was drunker than a skunk or whatever else you would instantly pop into your head.
Something made him just react poorly or bad decisions were made. It turns out it wasn't Mike Tyson making the bad decision.
So Mike Tyson is on a flight, a cross-country flight, I believe, from San Francisco to Florida, and they're in JetBlue. It looks like they're in first class or pretty good seats.
Yeah, the seats looked really
something
really
I've
good.
never flown in. Have you ever flown first class?
I've never flown in first class, but I will say that these seats, if in comparison for anyone who's been at like an AMC theater with the reclining seats,
right?
These were
like a sleeping pod.
Yeah, these looked like they were wide seats. You could lean back in them. Very, very nice leather. You know.
So
these...
when you sit in first class, it feels kind of weird because they let you get on first.
Yes.
And then everybody walks by. Ooh, look at you! Aren't you special? And they look at you like, oh, let the peasants go in the back. That's where Dragon Ball belongs. Don't look at me. Don't look at my first class seat as I use real glass, and you're back there with little paper cups, you peasants.
Hey, I like my little peanut bags. Thank you very much. We have a fun time in coach. We have a very fun time in coach.
No, you don't.
we try.
You sit next to fat people like me that envelop two seats.
We try, barring the headphones working for the movie of the evening. Or the movie, the in-flight movie.
Or if I'm sitting, I'll take an aisle, and there's a middle seat in the middle, and there's another big guy. I go, watch this. I'll try to make myself as wide as I can so nobody has to sit in that little seat in the middle. And it's a gamble, because if another fat guy gets on and he's the last guy, and the three fat guys have to be in the row together, all three of us have seat extenders, then we're miserable. This is on a Southwest flight.
Right, yes.
If you're lucky, people will look at they have that look as they're walking down the aisle, and they're scanning back and forth, looking, who do I want to sit with that doesn't look like an axe murderer? And they see an empty seat, and they look, and they see this. You see their face light up. Oh, and then they look over and they see me sitting next to them like Jabba the Hutt, and they go, oh.
See, now
and they keep walking past you.
So do you not stick to the seat marker on your ticket when you get it?
No, this is for Southwest.
Okay.
No, the other one I'll pay to fly in, and I'll do this at Southwest now. I'll pay to fly in the emergency exit row.
Oh, okay.
Because you get more foot room, more
Right.
leg room. But if you're just stuck in a regular Southwest seat and you get on first, I'll pay to be in the A boarding class. So for Riggs, my son, because he's about the size of a toothpick, he always has people that want to sit next to him because he doesn't take up the whole seat.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
Like, you're a normal sized person. You don't have to deal with this.
I don't.
You never have to ask for the embarrassing part of, I hope I don't have to ask for a seat extender.
The
seatbelt extender.
Seatbelt extender. Yeah, I've not sat next to the guy who has to have that conversation, but I've been in like the row across from them. Admittedly, that is a tough thing to see, because that's
why I don't care.
Well, I know you don't, but there's some, like, I think the one that I saw, he was very, very embarrassed by it.
I saw somebody who had to have two.
Oh man!
I used to work with a guy. I'm not kidding you. Who's 500 pounds. He used to have to buy two seats.
Oof. That's rough.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I don't have to buy two seats yet.
No, and then Glenn's going to make sure you don't.
No, that's true. But anyway, so Tyson's on this flight flying cross-country from San Francisco to Florida. A couple dudes get on, and they just look like jerks.
I would describe it as these are the guys that you look at that they're the ones that are heckling the PGA Tour golfers.
They're the ones like you yelling. What do you yell?
Mashed potatoes. Or
that's
filet mignon.
just
that's
that
kind of
stupid guy.
That's the kind of guy.
So he gets on the flight. He goes, "Oh my gosh!" And of course they have to videotape the whole thing. Oh my gosh! I'm sitting next to Mike Tyson. I'm sitting right behind Mike Tyson, and Tyson's sitting there minding his own business. And the guy leans up, and I hate when people do this. Dude, you're sitting behind me. We're not seatmates. I don't want to talk to you. When the person behind you wants to talk to you. And he starts leaning up, and he's talking to Mike. Hey, champ, how you doing, champ? How you doing, champ? Hey, champ, you're the greatest. Oh, my gosh, champ, I can't believe I'm sitting here with Mike Tyson. Hey, take a picture with me. Dude, look, I'm with Mike Tyson. Yeah! So the plane gets ready to take off, and Tyson's going to put his seat back and go to sleep. It's probably a San Francisco, Florida, 5-6 hour flight.
Easily 5-6 hours.
So then the guy just won't let up. Yo, look, yay, what's up? TikTok, I'm here with the champ, Mike Tyson. What's up, champ? Tyson's like, dude, stop, leave me alone. Hey, what's up? Instagram, it's me. I'm an Instagram model. Look at me hanging out with the champ. Yo, what's up? I'm with the champ of the world, Iron Bleed Tyson. Tyson's like, dude, okay, enough. He already took a selfie with him. He already talked to him. He was already polite, and the guy just wouldn't let up. And he kept going. It kept going. Yo, what's up, Facebook Live? I'm here with the champ, Mike Tyson. That's right. Homie and I are in first class. Getting all bleep.
And his friend...
Those are pretty good impersonations of him, by the way, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty good because also, just so we're clear on this, it is not his seatmate recording him. It is the guy in the opposite aisle from the, like, I wanted to...
Some random dude.
It was just, I will describe him as a heckler. This is the guy who's recording all of this.
Gotcha, okay.
So it's his, like, the guy in the seat across the aisle is filming across the plane where this guy is just...
It's on the other side of the aisle.
He's just talking over Tyson's seat, and it almost gets to a point where he's actually, like, leaning over and, like, poking him, because he's pointing at him at some point.
Right.
I don't know if it's that he's talking trash or something, but...
Oh, well, then finally Tyson just says, I've had enough. Dude, leave me alone. And the guy won't leave him alone. So Tyson, kind of like your mom when you're a little kid, turns around, gets up on his knees on his seat, reaches over the back, and starts pummeling the guy. He didn't rear back and just bang, knock him out. But he just kind of not rabbit punches, but just kind of punches on top of his head.
Even quick jabs from Tyson are probably not going to be something that the normal person is going to be able to withstand.
So the guy had a little cut in the side of his head and was bruised a little bit. And then I think he's going to press charges against Tyson.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to take this to court, but at the same time, like, again, the footage is there that he is invading Mike's space. He is getting into his seat. He is trying and doing everything that he possibly can to get into Tyson's, like, inner bubble.
In his space.
And you could argue that at that point that is self-defense, and there was warning.
By Tyson?
Dude,
stop it.
You're wearing the line very thin here. I have been cordial. I have given you a picture. I have done what I should be expected to do.
But I get people acting like jerks all the time. I'm not a celebrity, but I'll go to dinner with my wife and I'm just sitting at a table next to me. Every other word is 4-letter foul language. I'm like, dude, I'm sitting here with my wife. You're just gonna scream like that and talk about all these things so inappropriately in public?
Well, there's no filter. That's the problem.
No,
there's no filter. Now,
so what would you do?
I mean, if I'm Mike.
What would you do if you were Dragon Ball?
Well, no one's trying to take a picture.
But if the guy just won't leave you alone, hey, blah, 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 and he just won't stop, what would you do?
I would just very calm. This is another part of this that really needs to be stated.
Okay, here's the headline on the bottom of ESPN. Mike Tyson involved in an altercation on a plane. Video obtained by TMZ Sports says that Mike Tyson punched a passenger. Tyson's spokesperson tells ESPN passenger threw a water bottle at him.
Which, again, like I said,
I hope that's true because then Tyson was defending himself.
And that's going to be a key part. If this guy tries to press charges, if something was thrown at Tyson that led to the altercation, technically that's self-defense at that point. So, but the main thing that, again, my answer to the question, what would I do in a situation where someone's harassing me or trying to get up in my space when I tell them to please stop? I would just walk away and move on.
I'd fight.
Tyson doesn't have that opportunity. He
fight.
Cannot get up and walk away. Unless he offers to go sit and coach, but in that situation, he's probably going to get more of what this guy's giving him. He's either going to deal with 5 people doing that versus just the one.
Okay. What if Mike? Who's right? Who's wrong? As we've explained this to you. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. The number for you to join us here on the program. 520-848-1290. Number for you to join us. I just explained to you what happened. I can't believe this. We're going to take telephone calls from people today saying, Iron Mike Tyson was right after reading this headline. Have you ever met a celebrity?
Well, again, when I was a kid, like I said, I met Gilbert Arenas. This is like right when he was just
No, I mean as an
getting
adult.
As an adult.
I've met celebrities before.
Yeah, for me, not too many. And if they were celebrities, I probably didn't know who they
Well,
were.
what would you do if you met a celebrity?
I would just say, hey, what's up? That's it. I mean,
Well, let's have brushes with fame.
Right.
All right, if you've tell me, I'm just interested because we have a lot of celebrities that come to town. When was the last time you ran across a celebrity, and did you go up and talk to them? What was that like? 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290, the number for you to join us. When was let me have brushes with fame tonight. Have you ever run across a celebrity, sat down next to one at a restaurant, saw one at the gas station? Did you go up and start talking to them? 520-848-1290, the number for you to join us. We'll continue with you. My name is Rich Herrera. Phone lines are open. 520-848-1290. Was Tyson right? And have you ever met a celebrity? And if you did you go up and bother them, talk to them, ask for an autograph or anything along those lines? 520-848-1290. Today's program brought to you by my friends at Trajan Wealth. Trajan Wealth. You can call them right now. 321-4100, 321-4100. You can go online, TrajanWealth.com, TRAJAN Wealth.com, TRAJAN Wealth.com. Why should you call them? Well, I'll give you a couple reasons. Number one, when's the last time you sat down and looked at your investments? If it's been more than 10 seconds, you probably need to sit down and figure out what's going on with the financial picture around the world. What's going on with the supply chain? What's going on with the price of precious metals? What's going on with the interest rates? What's going on with futures? See, all of that affects you. And as you're busy doing what you do every day, whether it's me or Dragon Ball, whoever else, we've got busy lives. We put our money aside and we hope it's going to be there. I don't want to hope. I want to know it's going to be there. I need someone to help me manage that, and that's where Trajan Wealth comes in. They're fiduciaries. They're paid and incentivized to simply grow your portfolio. There's an advisory fee. It's a low percentage set up front with you, and they get paid when they grow your portfolio. That's it. They work for you. And if you don't have that set up, I suggest you find out more about what they do at Trajan Wealth. 321-4100, 321-4100, or go to TrajanWealth.com, TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. We'll take your telephone calls. Brushes with fame. Tell me about when you met a celebrity. Did you go bother them, or did you leave them alone like Dragon Ball? Don't look at me like that, Dragon Ball. I know you would have gone in there and asked Tyson for an autograph. We'll continue with you. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set, and the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down, and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellis, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness. Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go.
Rich Herrera Radio Show rolls on. Remember, no show tomorrow. I need to take care of some family business tomorrow. I'll be back on Tuesday with you. Number for you to join us, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. The number for you to join us here on the program. We were talking about Mike Tyson got into, well, I don't think he got into a fight. I think he just beat the heck out of somebody who was harassing him on a plane. So here's what I want to know. When's the last time you ran into a celebrity, and did you go harass them? Did you bother them? Did you walk up and talk to them? Did you get in their space? Were you respectful? And even more than that, were they jerks? Like I lived in L.A., so I saw a lot of Hollywood jerks. I got a couple stories for you I can pass along. Let's go to Ron first on line 2. Ron, welcome. Bear down. You're on Wildcats Radio 1290. How are you?
Bear down, Rich. I'm doing great. How are you today?
I am fantastic. What do you got for me?
Okay, Rich. I've been out here in Tucson for 47 years. I came out here from Chicago when I was 12, and my family went back there, and we go back for all of their sporting events. I love everything about Chicago. If the Chicago Fire was winning, I'd watch soccer. Anyway, long story short, the year that the White Sox won the World Series, my brother and I had a bet on it. I bet that the White Sox were going to win, and he was like, there's no way. So our bet was dinner at Ditka's in downtown Chicago.
Yeah.
So I flew back with my wife, and we went to Ditka's, and I'm there with my brother and his wife, me and my wife, and the girls go upstairs to use the restroom. And they come down, and they look like they'd just seen a ghost. And they said, my wife looks at me, she says, you're not going to believe who's up there.
What?
Who? Mike Ditka.
No, Coach Ditka.
No way. No way. So my brother and I blast out of our seats, run up the stairs, and upstairs there is a cigar bar.
Right.
So we're walking by and looking and trying to see if we can find him. And he's nowhere. We end up in a part of the restaurant where I'm sure patrons aren't supposed to be. So we double back around, and we're up there, and that's where the restrooms are. So let's drop in and hit the head, go back down to dinner. So we open up the door, and who is standing at the urinal? Iron Mike. So my brother and I follow out the door, and we just stand out there in the hallway. And we're poised like we're going to go in when he comes out. And
to make it look natural.
Right. So Mike comes out. He opens up the door. I'm standing there. I'm wearing a Notre Dame sweatshirt. My brother's got a Bears sweatshirt on. And he looks over at us and he goes, Notre Dame, Chicago Bears. Nice. And I was like, I've waited my whole life to meet this guy. And here I'm standing there. 40 years old at the time, and I'm like, I used to meet some coach. And he sticks out his hand, and it shows he
Oh, that's awesome.
Just thought I'd drop that one on you.
Oh, I love every minute of it. Did your brother harass you that you couldn't get 2 words out?
Oh, we were both standing there like we were deers in the headlight. He wasn't any better than I was.
That is outstanding. Thank you for sharing that story with me. That's awesome. Ron, bear down. Thank you very much. Coach Ditka.
Bear down.
Thank you. That's awesome. All right, I need brushes with fame. Do you like that story?
I mean, if you're going to run into a celebrity, I think he made the right move that he went back out and did not look to try and make the first encounter at the urinal.
John Wayne used to say he would never use the urinal because he'd be standing there, he'd walk up and somebody's next to him, and they'd turn their entire body and go, "Oh my God, you're John Wayne." I mean,
that has to be a decision he made because of one time.
Exactly. We go to David, line 1. David, bear down. You're on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Bear down, Rich. How you doing?
Good. What's up, man?
Well, Rich, I've had a number of encounters with celebrities over the years, but I think the one that was most memorable to me, it was 2 celebrities in basically one situation. I was in Kansas City getting ready to fly back to Tucson, and I happened to be sitting at the gate, and sure enough, sitting right next to me was Coach Lloyd Carr.
Oh, nice.
And
the former Michigan
we got
coach.
To talking. Yeah, absolutely. We got to talking about coaching and youth sports, much like what we talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of the same conversation. And this guy was just amazing. What a wealth of knowledge, extreme gentleman, just such a awesome conversation I shared with him. And he treated me as if I was an equal. And it was just the most amazing thing ever. So I'm thinking, oh, man, this has been great. I got to spend time with a national championship head coach talking football and just sports in general. So I get into the plane. He's off in his direction, eastbound. I'm going westbound. Get onto my plane, sit down, and I look at the seat next to me, and I'm thinking, oh, my God, that's Bob Elliott. I'm sitting next to Bob Elliott for the entire flight back to Tucson. We sat and we talked sports. We talked broadcasting. We talked about everything under the moon. The other thing that was interesting is I had a subscription to Sunday NFL Ticket. This flight was on a Sunday. He wanted to watch football with me on my screen, on my phone screen, and we watched NFL football as we talked about sports in general and life in general. And you know the way Bob is. He loves to talk about life.
Right.
He will talk life, and it was 2 of the most incredible individuals you could ever meet in one day. And I got to meet them on that special day. Now, one other little thing before I go, Rich, I do want to say I completely side with Mike Tyson. This weekend, as a matter of fact, we were in Vegas, one of your favorite places to be.
Someplace I like a lot.
And you know you've met my dog.
Yes.
And my Basset Hound.
He's got a Basset Hound that I've met.
We took him with us. You know he's a pretty attractive little guy.
I saw women throwing themselves at your feet, looking at your dog.
Everybody in Vegas wanted to stop for a picture, for a pet, to get down on their knees and hug him. First day and a half, it was incredible. By the second day, it became annoying. By the third day, it was just like, let's just keep walking. We cannot stop for people anymore. So I completely
your
understand.
Celebrity got to the most of you.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we had a chance
look,
to
there's
really
the guy with the
think about
Basset Hound. Let's go chase him. Look, that's the guy with the Basset Hound. Come on, let's go get him.
By the end of the stay, we were contemplating, do we even want to go down to the casino anymore?
I have that feeling all the time.
Secondly, we thought, wait a minute, we're not the celebrities here. He is. What the heck is going on here? And it was just incredible. We were getting people that were coming back and saying, we've been looking for you for the last 2 days. We wanted to see this Bassett one more time before we left. I'm like, oh, my God. So I completely get it. I get what it is to be celebrity.
To be a celebrity. Now you know what it's like to be Tuffy the Toro.
So now I know I need to back off. And if there's maybe eye contact or if the person acknowledges me, then go talk to them. But yeah, we learned our lesson quickly.
Because I know there's that whole
we have a good time.
That whole celebrity Basset Hound subculture can be overwhelming.
Oh my goodness! They asked if he was the guy from the commercial where he's getting the stuff on DoorDash when he jumps off of the treadmill, and we're like, yeah, sure, he's that dog. He's that guy.
Now you know what it's like to be a gaucho at an all-you-can-eat Brazilian steakhouse. When I'm there and I'm just looking, please come back here. Can I see you again? Hey, can you come back over and spend more time with me at my table?
Well, the gaucho I'm always looking for is the one that's carrying the picanha. That's the gaucho I'm looking for.
I just tell him, sit down, we're going to become friends. Get out of here, David. I appreciate your call.
All right. Take care, Rich. You have a good one.
All right, bear down. That's awesome. So there's somebody who got to meet a celebrity. I wouldn't call it stalking, but he did set himself up rather well.
Right.
Then there's someone who had a feeling what it's like to be a celebrity and had his 15 minutes of fame with his Basset Hound in Las Vegas. Look, honey, see that guy over there? The one next to Johnny Depp? No, the guy with the Basset Hound.
Yeah. I mean, they're a popular breed right now, man. They're all over the place.
Really?
Yeah, commercials. You got a couple like movie stuff going on. I mean,
I didn't realize that they were America's #1 dog. They win the Westminster Kennel Club?
No, it's.
I have a feeling you'd watch that.
I mean, depending on the breed. I mean, the hound is always a very fun breed to watch.
Okay, let me give you okay, I got 2 brushes with celebrity.
Right.
One was, they're both in New York. So one time, I'm in New York. I'm working at a radio network, so I'm doing my show from, what was it called? The All-Star Cafe. Remember Andre Agassi owned part of it, and Joe Montana,
yes.
Wayne Gretzky?
Yes.
All-Star Cafe. So we're doing our show from Times Square at the All-Star Cafe. And I wasn't going to the game because my show got done too late, so I couldn't get over from Times Square to the Bronx. It was the Subway Series, I think. It was the Yankees-Mets.
Yankees-Mets.
So I just hang out at the All-Star Cafe. Bunch of people in there. I'm like, I think I'm going to go stand out in the middle of Times Square. Because if you've ever been to Times Square, it's like it could be midnight, and it seems like daylight because of all the neon signs. So I said, it'd be kind of cool just to stand and watch the World Series at Times Square. So I'm just standing there looking up at the big screen, watching the game, not paying attention. A guy comes up next to me and goes, what's the score? And I don't remember what the score was. I think Yankees were winning. So we start talking about the game. He goes, yeah, I'm in here watching a play. It's intermission. So I wanted to come out and check the score. And I'm like, and I'm just watching the game. I'm not looking at him. I'm just kind of absentmindedly staring at the screen. But the voice is very familiar. And I looked over out of the corner of my eye, and you know who it was? Wild guess. That's a good guess.
Can you give me
the most trusted man in America?
Ooh.
I just gave you the greatest clue of all time. The most trusted man in America.
I mean, it wouldn't have been Vin Scully, would it?
Oh. You're down to 10% approval rating.
Oh, come on. For that?
The most trusted man in America is... Do you have to Google it?
I don't know this nickname.
Walter. The most trusted man in America. First name Walter.
Walter Cronkite?
Yes.
Oh. I didn't.
You went to journalism school.
I didn't go to his school in Tempe.
But people would have known that Walter Cronkite's the most trusted man in America.
I never heard.
You went to journalism school.
I never heard him be called the
5%.
most trusted man in America. I've only ever heard him just be called Walter Cronkite.
Google it. You Google everything else. So I look over. It's Walter Cronkite. He goes back and he watches the rest of his play. That was pretty cool. What?
I had never heard this nickname. I've never heard that nickname for Walter Cronkite. Because again, you got to remember, I was always reading what he did and everything for like journalism when it came national television broadcasting. I only ever just read Walter Cronkite. There was no nicknames or anything. It's all textbook stuff.
All right, we'll see there. That's you learned something from somebody who didn't graduate from college today.
He was broadcasting more so during your time anyway.
I was a little kid, jerk. All right, the other one was, do you remember who Mark Gastineau is?
Yes, one of the men that was a part of the New York Sack Exchange.
So Mark Gastineau, we're sitting there doing the radio show, and Gastineau is just hanging around. And we kind of make eye contact. Hey, what's up? You know, when you're doing the show, you can't stop and talk. And he looks, hey, what's up? Get done doing the show. I'm standing in the bar with another sports talk show host. He's passed away. His name was the Sports Pig. Mike Response, the Sports Pig. So he goes, hey, what's going on? Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, I enjoyed watching you guys do your show. I'm like, well, you're awfully chatty and friendly for being Mark Gastineau in your city in New York. You're a big star. So he talks to us. He goes, hey, what are you guys going to do later? I go, I don't know, hang out and watch the game. He goes, you guys want to go party? And Sport Pig goes, yeah, we're going to go party with you.
I'm not shocked that Mark Gastineau offered to take you guys out.
So he goes, all right, I'll meet you guys back out here in an hour. I'll come around and get you in my car. We'll go out.
I mean, this is the man who pretty much invented the sack dance.
So Mark Gastineau goes and gets his car. We get into it. He takes us. We go to some little dive bar where I thought I was going to get stabbed. We go to a bunch of different bars. It's like 3 a.m. He was looking for an underground nightclub. Really sketchy, and we're walking around Grand Central Station because there was a guy who had the password to get into one of these weird clubs.
So it's basically like kind of modeling itself after like a speakeasy kind of thing, yeah?
Do you remember when George Costanza met the models?
Yes.
In Seinfeld, like it's just a club that showed up in the middle of a meatpacking district?
Right.
One of those.
Okay.
So we're trying to find a guy who knows somebody, and he always finds him at Madison Square Garden? No, Grand Central Station. So walking around. It's like 5 a.m. I got to work the next day. Response doesn't care. We've been out the entire time. He gets us home, back to our hotel, about 6:30 in the morning, sun's coming up. Gives me his number. I know where he took us to a legendary club, but I won't give you the name of it. But when we get there, Dragon Ball, it was one of those things where they Henry Hilled us. They like got people out of their seats so we could sit down. And a girl walks up and slaps Gastineau. I didn't realize this until she showed me the newspaper. He had just been released from jail that morning for spousal abuse.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm like, oh my God.
That's a good day to have Mark Gastineau as company.
So we're going around all these clubs, wherever, get back to the hotel, sun's coming up. Gives me his number, says, call me tomorrow, we'll go out again. So I go, I get some sleep. Response is like, we're going to go out with Gastineau again. We're going to go out with Gastineau again. So we call him. I call him the next day, and it's him, and he hangs up on me. I'm like, that's weird. So we call him again. They hang up on me again. Response calls him, and it's a woman. And she starts screaming, who the blank are you? And blah, 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 cursing at us. Like, whoa, 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 what are you talking about? She goes, who are you? Why are you calling this number? Well, I'm the pig.
Oh,
what?
No.
Well, me and my buddy, we met Mark last night. We went out, and he said, hey, we're going to go to dinner tonight. Call him. She goes, we've been looking for him for 24 hours, and no one knew where he was, and he had no idea where he was. Who are you, and what did you do to him? Like, we didn't do anything to him. He doesn't remember anything of the last 24 hours. Don't you ever call again. he was so out of it that he didn't remember partying with us until 7:30 in the morning.
That's real bad.
And I let him drive me around New York.
Oh, no. So you're lucky to be here today, is what you're saying.
And we weren't wearing seatbelts.
In New York.
In New York.
Oh, boy.
How about that? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good story.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good story. And, you know, it would almost be just as good as that.
What?
Maybe giving someone an opportunity to win a gift card.
Oh, yeah, we got to do that today.
We got to do that.
Courtesy of our friends at Modelo Cantarito. Why don't we take caller number? You give me one.
I'll say let's go caller number 15.
Caller number 15 right now, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Caller number 15, 520-848-1290. Please call in right now. You'll win a $25 gift card courtesy of our friends at Modelo Cantarito. Cantarito. It's kind of fun to say. Say it once.
Modelo Cantarito.
You do it
Style
better than me.
cerveza.
Stop. I don't want to hear it. You say it better than me. Coming up, top of the hour, we're going to talk with Ryan Hansen will be joining us here in just a matter of moments. Hey, don't forget, program today brought to you by our friends at PGA Tour Superstore. Shop with the pros at PGA Tour Superstore. More than likely, if you go on the weekend, you'll find me lurking about. Why? Because it's the biggest selection of golf gear, equipment, shoes, hats, gloves, golf balls, anywhere in Southern Arizona with the best staff. Why? Because it's PGA Tour Superstore. They actually have PGA professionals there for golf instruction. You can try out new clubs. Heck, they've got a couple of hitting bays. If you want to go in there and hit some golf balls, try out some clubs, bring your own clubs, work on your game, you can do all of that at PGA Tour Superstore. And I've got a deal for you. Mention the Rich Herrera Radio Show or Wildcats Radio 1290. Get $20 off a purchase of $100, $50 off a purchase of $250 or more. Restrictions do apply. Ping, Titleist, FootJoy not included in the special promotion. Everything else, giddy up. So if you're looking for new shoes from Nike, Adidas, Echo, Puma, New Balance, Skechers, or the new MG4, the hottest golf shoe out there, you're looking for golf balls from TaylorMade, Callaway, Bridgestone, Wilson. You're looking for drivers from TaylorMade, Cobra, Callaway. They have them all. PGA Tour Superstore. They're located on Oracle Road, Limberlost, right next to, Oracle Road near the Tucson Mall. They're like a block away from the radio station. You'll see me hanging out there all afternoon long. PGA Tour Superstore. We'll continue with you. This is Wildcat Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Coloco. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Coloco, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Coloco. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, Goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way. Out to Tabellas. Down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The Locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness. Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball. Down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're tied.
a huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berrios. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety Arizona has recorded this season. It's a 24-12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big
Really
time.
on the field is a safety.
Yes, that's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket from the inside, and then the pressure on the outside by Abear. They just got him. They just got there. They won their blocks that time. Excellent job by Arizona defense and really changing the momentum of this game.
Rich Rare Radio Show rolls on, 5 o'clock. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We're going to run out immediately to our guest hotline. We haven't talked to him in a while. So much going on with Arizona basketball. Let's bring in Rhino, the Arizona Wildcats broadcaster Ryan Hansen, joining us here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Bear down, Rhino. How are you?
Bear down, Rich. It's great to talk to you. It's been a while.
It's been a while. How's your dad? I was thinking about him throughout the tournament, especially in the games against TCU and Houston, because I remember what you told me. The Cats have never committed a foul ever in the history of the program, so I was wondering what he thought about everything once the game started getting real physical.
You're right on point, and that was one of his biggest concerns for Arizona, and it always is. And you and I talk about this, and that is throughout the year in the Pac-12 conference, the officiating seems to be a little bit tighter than it is come NCAA tournament time. So are you prepared for that physical beat each other up? What's a foul in the NCAA tournament and what's not? And my dad is always worried about it, and I don't think he's wrong this time because Arizona, I don't want to say they weren't prepared for it, but as you look back, boy, the Final Four, the way it was called, it was rugged, and those guys were getting after it. And you think back to those January Pac-12 games and just have to wonder, gosh, if they would let Arizona play a little bit more in the conference, they'd be better off come tournament time.
Was Arizona physically able to compete if they had that type of officiating, which let them play a little bit harder, a little bit more aggressive than we had in the Pac-12?
I think Arizona was equipped, and you and I have talked before that throughout the season, opposing coaches after a game against Arizona would comment about a number of things, but many times they would say right behind Arizona's size and length that cause you problems, man, Arizona was physical. They have commented positively about that. So I think they had the tools. I think they were coached that way, but you do have to wonder if you get kind of lulled into a style and a what's a foul and what's not a foul for 30-some-odd games, and then you go into the NCAA tournament. Are you ready for that? And that's where maybe Houston's experience bore out in the NCAA tournament. They know how physical it is and what it takes to get to the next level. And then I always kind of fall back on this one, too. They made shots. Arizona didn't. And then what happened to Houston in the game after us against Villanova? They missed all those same shots that they made against Arizona. Sometimes you just got to make shots to win.
Well, Tommy Lloyd said, hey, if you want to become a really good three-point shooting team, play the Wildcats.
It's kind of what it felt like, didn't it?
Absolutely. Ryan Hansen joining us, Rhino, our guest here on Wildcats Radio 1290. We haven't caught up with them in a while. We wanted to talk to you today and get your thoughts on Ben Mathurin and Christian Coloco making the jump to the NBA. I think everybody at Tucson wishes them nothing but the best. Your thoughts on those two young men, what you'll remember, and what you think their potential on the next level is?
You bet. I mean, I'll start with this. They are going to be realizing a lifelong dream, and anyone who is doing that, all you want to do is wish them the best. So I'm glad you started with that comment, that we wish them nothing but the best. These young men are doing exactly what they came to Arizona to do, and that's to fulfill a dream to play at the highest level in basketball, which is the NBA. And both of them, I believe, are going to play in the NBA. So let's talk about Ben Mathurin. He is, by all accounts, a lottery pick. He's an explosive scorer. He's going to go to a team in the lottery most likely that's going to play him a lot. He is going to get his opportunities with guaranteed money in that lottery spot. And boy, what an amazing thing for him to be able to do in just his 2 years of growth here, coupled with his growth, throughout his younger years. So wish him nothing but the best and excited. And I think it was a no-brainer for him to go. And one of the comments that I heard Kelvin Sampson say in the press conference, you heard it as well. Kelvin Sampson has NBA experience on the bench, and he said about Ben Mathurin, he's not a surefire NBA player. He goes, he is a starter on day one. And I thought that was a telling comment. So I would expect nothing short of that for Ben, and I think he could develop into potentially, he's got to make some big jumps to get to an all-star level type player, but he's got a 10-year pro career in him for sure. When I switch gears and think about Christian Coloco, I always have to be concerned about one thing, and I wish him nothing but the best, and I think he made the best decision for him. If I'm being told, and I'm in his shoes, and I try to put myself in their shoes and say, if I'm being told that I'm a surefire guaranteed first rounder, that comes with guaranteed money. If I'm being told and evaluated that I'm a fringe first rounder, and I'm not sure if that's what he's being told or not, but if he is, that's danger zone to me. You know, if you fall into the second round, it's a more difficult road. Not to say it can't be done, and we're seeing more guys do it. That's my only concern for Christian is he created himself the best path for the longest career in the NBA. And if he has evaluated that for himself and said it is for me, then I applaud him, and he will play in the NBA. It's just a matter of how difficult that path will be.
You know, it's so bittersweet because, you know, you look at what does Arizona do? Arizona puts players in the NBA. They win, and they put players in the NBA. This is a training ground for the next level. But in Tucson, we do miss these guys because, boy, it would be wonderful to have them back for another year. You might win a national championship, but we want to wish the birds as they leave the nest the very, very best that we could possibly hope for them, and thank them for their time here in Tucson and everything that contributed back to the program. But I'm with you, and I wondered, when I look at these guys, what do they face? Because you've been around this program and you bleed red and blue as much, if not more, than anybody else in town. When you're a guy and you're trying to decide, do I want to go to the next level? Do I need to stay for another year? What goes into that process? Have you ever talked to anybody about that?
Yeah, you know, you talk to those guys, and I think they analyze far more than what you and I can talk to in a couple-minute interview here. But some of the primary things you have to step back and say is, one, if I'm going to leave, am I ready for a career? Not my first contract, but am I ready to handle everything that's going to come my way? Not just am I good enough to get drafted? That should never be. If I'm good enough to get drafted, that shouldn't be the only thing you're looking at. And if you're going to flip the coin and say, okay, coming back, why should I come back? Well, can I improve my draft status to get to a point where I have guaranteed money? That would be one thing, if I can move from the second round to a surefire first rounder. If I come back, am I going to develop a skill that I don't currently have that's going to help me last longer in the NBA? And that may be where you look at Ben Mathurin and say, boy, coming back, okay, could he be a better defender? Sure. Could he be a better rebounder defensively? Yes. Could he have better handles? Yes. I think all three of those things might be about the only weaknesses you kind of spot in his game. But by coming back, is he going to increase his draft status, create a longer runway for himself? I don't think so.
No.
Christian Koloko, you might argue, okay, coming back, does he develop physically and develop a skill like maybe a consistent mid-range jump shot, which, by the way, every center in the NBA is going to have moving forward in this NBA style of play? Could those things be developed that create a higher draft pick, that creates guaranteed money, and a longer path, a longer runway for a career if he has another specialized skill? But what he does have is things that he can't really get better at per se. Of course, he can become a better defender, but I mean, his timing, his athleticism, his ability to defend bigs and smalls, that is there today. And he is a bit of a unicorn at 7 feet tall to be able to guard smaller players. And that might be just enough of a skill set that an NBA team looks at that says, you got it. And we're going to get you in the first round. We're going to give you guaranteed money, and we're going to develop you.
How do you watch the NBA playoffs? Are you looking for Wildcats? What happens when two Wildcats are playing each other?
Oh, I tell you, Rich, it always starts and ends with where are the former Cats playing, right? Now, so here we are tonight, right? You've got the Warriors and the Nuggets. It's a quandary. You've got Zeke Naji and Aaron Gordon. Obviously, Zeke not playing as many minutes as Aaron in the starting lineup, so you got two guys there. And then you still have your Warrior clan with Andre and Steve Kerr and Bruce Frazier. And I find myself, it's difficult to pick a team. So what I typically would do is I want the Wildcats to play their very, very best and then I'll kind of fall into who do I want to win. And I'll tell you, tonight I'm a Warriors guy. I'm a Warriors guy because I'm a Steve Kerr guy, one of my all-time favorites. And so I love the style of play. I love what they do and how they play with joy. I see Tommy Lloyd's style being very closely mirrored to what the Warriors do with sharing the basketball. So the tip of the cap goes to the Warriors tonight, but I want Aaron Gordon to have a great game. I'd love for Zeke Naji to get some minutes. So you're right. It always is, where are the former Cats?
So I've been a Warriors fan for the longest time. I used to work there. I did the Warriors postgame show years and years and years ago. But I wonder, am I not staying true to being a Tucsona now when I look around like, well, I want Aaron Gordon to have 20 points, but I want the Warriors to win.
Exactly, and I want the Suns and the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals for multiple reasons, and it starts with I'd love to have DeAndre Ayton back there again as a former Cat. I don't have as much loyalty to the Suns as an in-state NBA team for us. It's really more about where the Wildcats at, and typically, and this year is maybe a little bit down in regards to the number of former Cats that are involved in serious roles in the NBA playoffs, but that's been a great thing for the Wildcat program, is having an extended season here now in the NBA, because you have so many former guys playing or coaching in a playoff situation. That you mentioned, Ben Mathurin and Christian Koloko being potentially drafted here. That's a win for Arizona, right? From a recruiting standpoint, that's what we want. We want these guys to get to the next level when they're ready and succeed. And tonight it will be no different with Aaron Gordon, Zeke, and Andre on the floor.
Ryan Hansen joining us here on Wildcats Radio 1290. By the way, do you get a break now? I know you're busy at work, but do you get to spend more time with the family? What's Rhino's schedule like?
Yeah, the day job at Bon Voyage Travel keeps me busy during the day, but there's not as much, nightly activities. So I am home, and so this is my break. Unlike Brian Jeffries, who is like a machine, calling every game possible. That guy is unbelievable. I do get a break.
All right. Well, remember what our battle cry is. Go Push Ridge Lion JV Soccer.
There you go. Every time. My son loves that, by the way, that you bring that up. He does mention it all the time. So love your support of the local kids and high school programs and all of that. It means a lot to the community.
You're the best, Rhino. We got to get together. I told you this. At the end of the season, we got to grab lunch. So you let me know. I'm buying.
You got help. You'll hear from me soon if you're buying.
And by the way, it won't be when I go to lunch with David Dragon Ball. He always goes, let's go to a medium price to easier restaurant for me. No, Rhino, we'll go wherever you want. I won't be cheap like him,
Rich.
where he goes, let's go to a medium price restaurant. No, I'm going to take a Rhino to someplace nice for all the help he gives us here at 1290. Rhino, I'll catch up with you soon. Take care. Bear down.
Hey, bear down. Take care.
All right, take care. Rhino joining us here. Ryan Hansen. Well, you always say that. Where would you like to go to lunch? Let's go to a medium.
I do, because I don't like to make it seem like I'm trying to take advantage of anybody.
I'm offering.
I still don't want to take advantage.
Well, you know the rule, don't you?
What's that?
Whoever's paying, you let them order lunch.
Right.
So that way, you and I go to lunch. Let's say we go to the Ritz-Carlton up in Dove Mountain.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Okay, what are you going to do? You defer to me. Rich, go ahead. You order first. You see what I order, and then you order something comparable. That's how you save the embarrassment.
Okay.
Because instead, hey, go ahead, Dragon Ball. You order first. Yeah, let's see. For lunch, I'll have the stone crab claws for an appetizer. I'll have steak and lobster. Go ahead and get a creme brulee fired up for after lunch.
No,
Rich, what are you going to have?
I've never done.
I'll have water and a small salad.
Yeah, I've never done the surf and turf on somebody else's dime. I've never done that.
I went to dinner once in Vegas, and I didn't want to go because I didn't have any money. And the people are like, no, come on, you're going to dinner. So I'm like, dude, I got like $18 in my pocket. They wanted to go to teppanyaki, some really fancy. I'm like, no, that's okay. And I get in there, and they're ordering drinks. I'll have water. No, I'll have water. I'm good. All right, I'll have a Diet Coke. And they came to order, and I was looking like, I got $18 in my pocket in the tempura vegetables, which I would never eat, were $17.50. Like, ouch. All right, I'll have the Did anybody want to split tempura vegetables with me? So that's what I ordered. The guy goes, no, that's stupid. He's going to have the Kobe steak. I'm like, oh, God, I have no money. I got no credit card. I'm in trouble. Bill came, and I'm just sweating. I mean, I'm physically ill because I'm going to have to look in front of 20 people and tell them I don't have any money.
Ouch.
And then, but the guy goes, I got the whole bill. Don't worry about it.
Oh, there you go. You got saved. You got saved.
So if we go, you let me order first.
All right, we'll do.
Oh, poor Rhino. If I made him go with Dragon Ball, he'd go, yeah, we'll go to some medium price. Oh, I got a coupon.
Sometimes, hey, look, sometimes you want to go ahead and find the best place to find your deals on the on a couple apps here.
Well, get a sweet deal. Go WildcatsRadio1290.com tomorrow morning, 8:30. $50 gift card for Moby's for just $25. You like that?
That's a good one.
All right. And you know why now. I need financial help because I'm an idiot and can't handle my money. How many other people think that? Well, you know what? It's okay, though, because you could turn to my friends at Trajan Wealth, 321-4100, 321-4100, or go to TrajanWealth.com, TRAJAN Wealth.com. Here's the deal. They're fiduciaries. They help you manage your money. That's what they do. That's their job. They go, listen, Rich, what do you want to do with your money? You give them a goal. And they are paid to reach your goal. They get a fee. You give them, you set up an advisory fee. It's a low annual percentage set up front with you, the client. And they only get paid if they grow your portfolio and they reach your goal. That's why they're incentivized. They work for you. There's so much going on in the world right now. Don't try to do it alone. And if you have a guy that you talk to once every 5 years, that's not a guy. You need to talk to Trajan Wealth today. 321-4100 or go to TrajanWealth.com, TRAJAN Wealth.com, TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. We'll continue with you. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.